This is Mark Hutten with myaspergerschild.com, and today I want to look at some common social traits among kids with high-functioning autism and Asperger's. However, no child will exhibit all of these traits. Also, the degree, mild to severe, to which any particular trait is experienced will vary from child to child. So here are a few of the social traits of kids on the autism spectrum. They tend to have difficulty maintaining friendships, reading facial expressions and body language, understanding group interactions, understanding jokes, figures of speech, or sarcasm, understanding the rules of conversation, waiting for their turn, for example, standing in line, and transitioning from one activity to another is also difficult for most kids on the spectrum. These children generally do not share observations or experiences with others. They find it easier to socialize with people that are older or younger rather than peers of their own age. They tend to give spontaneous comments which may seem to have no connection to the current conversation. They also make honest but inappropriate observations. They may be overly trusting or unable to read the motives behind people's actions. Many of them prefer to be alone, or they may be overly friendly. A lot of these kids don't like to be held or touched. They often respond to social interactions but do not initiate them. They may be unable to understand another's feelings. And they often talk excessively about one or two topics, for example, dinosaurs or movies. They may get too close when speaking to someone because they don't understand the concept of personal space. They may appear unaware or disinterested in what's going on around them, and they often have very little or no eye contact. An emotional incident can determine the mood for the day, and they're often calmed by external stimulation, for example, a soothing sound, brushing, a rotating object, or constant pressure. Emotions can pass very suddenly or are drawn out for a long period of time. The child on the autism spectrum may laugh, cry, or throw a temper tantrum for no apparent reason, and they may need to be left alone to release tension and frustration. They often resist change in the environment. For example, they like people, places, and objects to remain the same as much as possible. They tend to either tune out or break down when being reprimanded by parents. They may feel the need to fix or rearrange things. Often they have an inability to perceive potentially dangerous situations. They may be very perfectionistic in certain areas. Their play is often repetitive, and you will notice ritualistic or compulsive behavior patterns in these children. For example, sniffing, watching objects fall, flapping arms, tapping, rubbing clothes, and so on. And lastly, they have an unusual attachment to objects and oftentimes prefer objects or activities rather than social interaction. For more information on the social traits of kids on the autism spectrum, please click on the link below